Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo, yippee, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay! Mother Buglins! Hero here. Cha, 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 baby. I'm back for day 6 of 80's week. Call this the Valentine's edition of 80's Week 2025. And what movie that I would consider to be romantic that's a non-horror am I going to be looking at? Die Hard, baby. Get through this so I can explain why I consider this romantic. Now we all kind of know the movie. John McClane and his wife Holly have apparently he's a New York cop, and him and his wife had got into an argument because she had a chance to advance in her career, but it would require them to move from the East Coast to the West Coast. They had an argument. He wanted to stay in New York. She said no, she's going to take it, so she took the kids and left him. And she works for this place, the Nakatomi Plaza, there in L.A., I believe. And John, for Christmas, is going to go visit her, see the kids, and work on the relationship. So after getting picked up from the airport, he's taken to the building, and he finds his wife is using her maiden name, what was it, Gennaro, something like that. And he's also, when he's there, after talking to his wife, he's in this little office room there, and he takes his shoes off because the guy told him that it's about helping him when he got off the airplane, help him deal with the flight lag or whatever. Just walk around with no shoes and ball your toes up with your fist. And at that time, Nakatomi Plaza is attacked by some criminals posed as terrorists who take everybody hostage, including his wife. And they don't capture John. John's able to get away, but he's got no gun. He's got no shoes. He's just got a pair of jeans and a white tank top. I believe the phrase actually for that is a wife beater top. I remember right, that's what they call it. Ooh, anyway. I'm having bad bandana day. But anyways, John starts to become a problem when after killing one of the terrorists, he gets a gun from the guy, and the guy's got this gray sweatshirt, and he sends the guy down on an elevator, and using the guy's blood, he writes on the guy's chest, "Now I have a gun. Ho, ho, ho." Anyways, he ends up calling the 911 to try to get some help. The 911 is first like, "Oh, dude, this number is reserved for emergency." He's like, "What? I think I've ordered a fucking pizza." They send somebody to check it out, and he has his line when he's watching the guy drive around. It's like, who's driving that car? Stevie Wonder ends up like throwing a body out to get the guy's attention. And now you got the police there, and Hans Gruber, he knows that he kind of could figure this would happen. So that's making them think that they are terrorists, not criminals, because the truth is that they're at this vault there that's got all this stuff they want, lots of bonds and all the other stuff that will make them a ton of money, make them rich. But they're going to pose as terrorists. And so, like, we want them to really, when they're talking to the police and the FBI who does eventually show up, they're like, "Oh, we want this, and this person, and this person released." Anyways, John ends up getting, like, a radio, and he's able to communicate with Hans, and that line, when they're talking about old westerns, and he has a line about, was it a yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker? A lot of great lines in it, like when he's going through the air ducts, he's like, "Now I know what is it? Was it now I know what a mic? What now was it? Now I know what a potato feels like. Oh, micro burrito, something like feels like." This is a damn good movie. Eventually, the guy who's was a sweatshirt and his brother comes from him. They have a fight, and it ends up coming down to him, Hans. And Hans has his wife, and because he ends up figuring out, who she is. Hans figures out who she is, and there's a bit of fight that ends with Hans falling to his death. Now, the joke about this being a romantic movie is he's going to try to work on his marriage with his wife, the woman he loves, the mother of his children, when these criminals posing as terrorists hold her and everybody hostage. And he has to save her and the others. Okay, he has to save the woman he loves, the mother of his children, the woman he loves. He has to save her. He could have been like, oh, whatever, screw her. She took my kids. If she's gone, I get the kids. But no, he loves her enough to save her. So it's romantic. Romantic. This, of course, would go on to lead to a series of sequels, starting with, was it 1990's Die Hard 2, which has I was thinking that's the guy who played, the Grim Reaper and the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journeys in that one, I believe. He plays a bad guy in that. 95, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Samuel Jackson was in that one. Live Free or Die Hard. Kevin Smith I believe, was in that one. And, of course, A Good Day to Die Hard in 2013. We were supposed to get another one. I guess this would be like a bit of a prequel. But Bruce Willis had some medical issues, and I forget what it's called, but I guess it affects his communication things. He has here. I guess he can't really communicate anymore. And he had a hell of a career. This guy would start off as what? Stuff like, he had that show, was it Moonstruck or whatever, with, was it Sybil Shepherd or whatever, and then he had one about with Kim Basinger about dating and stuff. But he went on to have a hell of a career. And this is probably the first time I really paid attention to him, was this movie. This is the set that has all 4 movies. But that first movie is really the one that made me sit up and be like, ooh, okay, Bruce. Hell, when he had a game that came out back in, the late 90s? I can't remember. It was a PS1. I can't remember the name of the game, but I'll look it up. So the name of the game is Here. It's not that good of a game, but me and my friends, we ended up renting it because, dude, it had Bruce Willis, and even though the game is not good. And by the way, that game's not linked to Die Hard, but even though the game's not good, it's had Bruce in it delivering his sarcastic one-liners. And they did make some Die Hard games. But anyways, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video has probably seen this movie. More than likely seen this movie. It's an awesome movie. Tell me what you think about it. And do you agree it's a bit romantic? Because, again, he's trying to save his wife, the mother of his children. I don't know. I think the third one is probably my favorite. Because Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson. But what is your guys' favorite? But anyways, I've got to go. I hope everybody is enjoying 80s week. We have one more day, and I still have yet to be able to kind of pin down what would be my last movie for 80s week 2025. But anyways, I have got to go. So I will see you on the flip side. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.